So you're a beginner rider and you want to get on a Harley Davidson. Is the Sportster your only option? Is the maybe lowrider S a good option? Or is it too heavy? It's a bit over 600 miles. So is this good for beginners or not? I think it could work really well with beginners. My first motorcycle, after I briefly got a sports bike 17 years ago, did not like it. I spent maybe 700 miles on it, and then all of a sudden it was not the right motorcycle for me. I needed a cruiser. I wanted a cruiser. So I ended up on a Kawasaki Vulcan. It felt like the perfect beginner motorcycle. It was 900 cc's, so very manageable. But this one, that's a lot stronger. This has got 128 foot-pound of torque. It's pushing almost 700 pounds at this point. So is this going to be good if it's your first motorcycle, or are you stuck with a Sportster? Well, Sportster doesn't work for people with my height. I'm 6'2", and even though I'm not a beginner, I like the styling of the Sportster, but I would never get it. Just because I like bigger motorcycles. My next one is most likely the Road Glide. So I think this could make for a perfect beginner motorcycle. Take the course, first of all. Make sure you take the course so you know how to basically make the motorcycle work for you, because you don't really carry the weight yourself. Whether you're making a U-turn, you're in a parking lot, you stop at a red light, it's not about leg strength or body strength. It's about really knowing how to work the motorcycle, how to, have your clutch control, your friction zone, and really make the motorcycle carry the weight, and just have solid technique so you're able to navigate and manage a 700-pound motorcycle that's very powerful. So the first thing, if you get this motorcycle and you're a beginner, is to ride it in rain mode. There's nothing wrong with that, and it doesn't have to be raining to ride in rain mode. Rain mode just makes it tamed. It tames the motorcycle. It makes the throttle response lag a little bit, so there's no jerk moves. It's just really smooth and it's not slow. If you open it, it's gonna go pretty fast, but it's manageable. So always ride it in rain mode until you feel very comfortable with the motorcycle. Obviously, always practice in parking lots before you hit the road. This is a big motorcycle, and you don't want to be clumsy whether you're splitting lanes or you're somewhere on the road. So you want to kind of be smooth with it. So take it to parking lots. Do figure eights. Do circles, stop, go, do it 1,000 times, and you're gonna get it pretty easily. And again, it's all about muscle memory. So you want to build this muscle memory. You want to be able to. There's a lot of safety stuff on my channel that you should look into if you're a beginner rider. If you're a pro rider, you don't need to look at them. Those are very rudimentary stuff like squeezing your brakes, stop, go. Where to look when you're turning, all that stuff. So practice so much, and this motorcycle could be a good beginner motorcycle. You don't have to spend the money on a Sportster or a entry-level motorcycle just to make your way to this one. I think you can start with this one if you don't ride it to its full capacity. Don't ride it to its full capability, because it's a really fast bike, and it's got a stage 2 tune on it from the factory. It's once you get this motorcycle, it could be a forever motorcycle. You kind of don't need another motorcycle unless you are going to start traveling very long distance and you're going to go around the states. Then you can maybe jump to a street glide or a road glide. But for this one, this could very well be your main motorcycle and your only motorcycle for the rest of your life. So ride it in rain mode, practice with it, and it could very well be your first motorcycle. If it's your first motorcycle, because it's an expensive motorcycle, it's almost $20,000 without markups. I paid $23,000. So get an engine guard. Make sure that if you drop it, it's protected. Of course, safety first, and you come before the motorcycle. So that's when practice comes in. So maybe perhaps you don't drop it. Maybe take the course. You can take it a couple times if needed. Maybe get some lessons. But again, if you've been riding for 3 years, it doesn't hurt to just put a few $100 engine guard on this motorcycle just to protect it, just in case. Protect the tank, protect the engine. Again, if you have saddlebags, you can always get a guard around the saddlebags, but mine were pretty cheap from Viking bags. They were $500, so I don't worry about them too much. And again, if you're an experienced rider too, it doesn't hurt to get an engine guard, because you never know when you drop your motorcycle. Let's hope no one drops their motorcycles. So is the 2026 Lowrider S a good beginner motorcycle? It could very well be if you approach it right, if you don't ride it to its full capacity and capability, and if you take it easy and practice.